The NOCTI 21st Century Skills Assessment is available through WorkNet, and this video will cover an overview of the NOCTI 21st Century Skills Assessment. We'll talk to you about how you can become a NOCTI Proctor site, how you can order the assessments through WorkNet, how your customers can take the assessments, and how you can view the results. NOCTI is one of several assessments that are available through WorkNet. It covers the workplace non-occupation specific skills, and this assessment, the NOCTI 21st Century Skills Assessment, is a multiple choice assessment that assesses their knowledge of workplace skills, whereas the other assessments that are available in WorkNet assess their not only their knowledge of workplace skills, but the ability to demonstrate those workplace skills. So NOCTI has been providing technical assistance assessments for over 50 years. They have a very good reputation, and we've had them in WorkNet for quite a while now. They have a process that ensures that their assessments are current, reliable, and valid. The NOCTI 21st Century Skills Assessment is available to WorkNet partners, and it's free. It's a non-occupation specific multiple choice 124 question assessment, and it's available online. It is a timed assessment, so you can order your assessments in various sessions. So you can order it in one 3-hour session, 2 90-minute sessions, 3 60-minute sessions. They have a text-to-speech option that's available, and all of this is done through WorkNet. So the assessments are ordered through WorkNet, and then the scores are saved through WorkNet. And your customers, you and your customers, can view those scores and access and download the NOCTI certificate upon successful completion, as well as the digital badge, and it can be completed more than once. These are the areas that the NOCTI 21st Century Skills Assessment covers, and these are the updated areas as of April 2017. So if you would like to become a NOCTI Proctor site, first you need to log into your WorkNet account. If you're not an WorkNet partner, you can do that today. You can go to WorkNet.com/locations and make sure that your site is in the service finder. Then you can set up your WorkNet account and then let us know that you would like to be an WorkNet partner. We'll verify your information and give you access as an WorkNet partner. So once you're logged into your partner account, you can go to My Dashboard. You can select Partner Tools. And when you're in your Partner Tools, you'll see an area that says NOCTI Administration. All you need to do is agree to the terms of use and order the assessment. If your site has not already been activated as a Proctor site, then you'll receive this message, and it'll tell you who to contact. So the primary contact for the location is going to be the person that you'll see listed, and you can contact that person and say, you know, I'd like to offer the NOCTI 21st Century Skills Assessment. Can you go ahead and log in and allow us to become a proctoring site? Once you do that, then again, you'll just make sure you read and agree to the terms of use to become a Proctor site. And then what we'd like you to do is go back into the service locator, and that way we can make sure that if you let us know that you are a NOCTI site, then you update that information, and then whenever customers are going through our service finder, then they'll be able to see all the different resources that you provide, and NOCTI will be listed as one of those resources. Okay, so the first time you go to the site, and your site has already been set up, like I just mentioned, then you'll see this listing of information. And again, this is the terms of use. So please, please do read the terms of use and agree to the terms of use. Okay. Once you have agreed to the terms of use, your screen will change. You'll always have these instructions up here, but you'll see the order form. And so you'll select the number of sessions, whether it's 1, 2, or 3 sessions. You'll select whether it's youth, displaced workers, or adults. And regardless of which classification that you select, you'll always receive the same NOCTI assessment. So they don't have a different assessment for youth and a different assessment for displaced workers. The reason for the classification is simply whenever we go to, or if you would like to pull the reports, you can see who that audience was. So if you're looking at the results and you want to compare results, you'll be comparing youth to youth, adults to adults, displaced workers to displaced workers. So again, it doesn't change the assessment. It just simply classifies, who your target audience is that's going to be completing this assessment. If you have a person with that needs assistive technology, then you can use the text-to-speech option. And if you're going to do that, then you'd probably only want to order 1 or 2 of those assessments, however many you need for that particular those customers. You'll enter the quantity, and then you'll enter a session passcode. So your session passcode needs to be between 5 and 25 characters in length, and this is a unique code. So if you order 25 assessments, 1 session, then you'll create a passcode for that order. Once you have used up those passcodes, those 25 passcodes, then you'll need to order more assessments, and you'll have to use a different passcode. And then you'll want to enter your testing date, and then you just place the order for the assessment. Once you have placed the order for the assessment, then you'll see a link that says click here to view, print, invitation business cards. It will create a business card that has the URL, direction for the customer to log in or create their LMI WorkNet account, and then your passcode. So whatever passcode that you create, it'll pre-populate in this area. So you could print these out, and if I ordered 25, I could print out enough for 25, cut them up, and I know after I've used up those 25 business cards, then I've used up all the orders that I have for that passcode. Or you could just choose to have this up on the screen so that whenever your customers come in, they're in the computer lab, they look up on the screen, and they have all the information right there up on the screen in order to log in. Okay, as I mentioned before, the instructions are at the top of your order form. So you can see the NOCTI Blueprint, which gives you an overview of the areas that are assessed, as well as sample questions, so you can take a look at those questions. There are also guides. We have customer guide and a partner guide, which gives an overview of the assessment and what to expect, and then how to find that information in LMI WorkNet and the next steps. And then we also have a system requirements guide that you can take a look at as well to make sure that your computer labs are set up and so everything will run smoothly on the day of the assessment. Okay, so preparing for the event. You can use the LMI WorkNet event calendar tool, so you can advertise any workshops, job fairs, and events in this calendar. as I mentioned before, you can make sure, you can look at the computer setup to make sure that your computer labs meet the minimum requirements, and you can print out the business size card login information for your customers. Also, to prepare for the event, we have lots of different tools that are available on WorkNet. So you could incorporate these resources into any of those workshops that you could advertise through the event calendar. And we have the job skill guide, so it has the different areas that are included in the NOCTI assessment. We have a digital literacy guide, and each of these has related resources. So you might find something there that you can incorporate into your existing workshops. So when we're taking a NOCTI assessment, as I mentioned before, we have the guides that you could hand to your customers in advance and to let them know about the assessment, what to expect, and then some of the benefits of, the certificate and digital badge, what they can do with those to stand out in a listing of applicants. And then they'll have the business card to log in. The customers, after they complete their NOCTI assessment, they will get a summary, and they can print that off. But the official scores will be available 48 hours after they have completed the assessment. So these are actually processed by NOCTI, so the official scores are available after 48 hours. They will be available to the customer as well as the Illinois WorkNet partner, and that's because it's stored in Illinois WorkNet. So if a customer wants to take a look at their scores, then they will go to their dashboard. They can go to the area where it says My Assessments. Then they have a NOCTI 21st Century Skills Assessment results. They can click on that, and they can see their the results there. They'll also be able to download their NOCTI certificate and get their digital badge through this area as well, as long as they have successfully completed the NOCTI assessment. And this is just an example of what the certificate and digital badge look like. Okay. As a partner, you can view those NOCTI assessment results as well. What you're going to do is go to My Dashboard, go to Partner Tools, and then you'll go to the Customer Support Center. When you go to the Customer Support Center, you'll see your listing of groups of people. Some of you will have automatic access to groups of people just because of the organizations that you work with and the programs that you are part of, so you'll already have that information. Others will have to invite customers to be part of the group. So if you're working with a group of students, you could look at our Customer Support Center resources, and you can learn about how to invite those customers to your group. So once you have access to those customers, then you'll be able to select that person, and then you can see their information, and there's a link here for assessments. Okay. So when you look at their assessments, again, you'll see the variety of assessments that we have, and this view may change over time, but you'll be able to access their listing of assessments, and you'll see the NOCTI results. This is an example, so I don't actually have any scores here, but when you have your customer's information, you'll see the date, and you'll see the score, you'll see whether they passed or not, then you'll see the national average. You can click on the score, and you'll see a breakdown of each of those areas that are covered. You'll see how they scored in each of those areas. So that's an overview of the NOCTI 21st Century Skills Assessment in Illinois WorkNet. And we do encourage you to go to illinoisworknet.com/partners. And then we have a news item area, and select to view the news items, all the news items, and then there is an area where you can subscribe to LMI WorkNet update, news and updates. So that way you can learn about all the new updates that are available and any upcoming updates that are available for the NOCTI 21st Century Skills.